1, you open the blinds of 6,000 to 12,000 to 12,000. Leave line at the dealers, please begin it.
Good morning everyone. Day 3, just about to start. We've got 18 players left. As you can see, the tower not sat next to me. Unfortunately, we had some workmen outside his window this morning on a Sunday. He wasn't happy. Oh, he did. Coming through. They let me out. They let you out? They let me out with a warning. Guess who's had to pay his bail? God dear. How are you? What we missed? Nothing. This is the first hand. Wowzers. Welcome on board. Straight into the action, ladies and gentlemen. We are straight into the action. Oh, man, they let me out. Told you, if there any noise this morning outside that hotel at 7:30, there would be fisticuffs. So featured a table to start the day. Who's missing? What's that? There's just some chips there. Who's missing? Who is it? I don't know, Tower. Who's missing in scene number and scene number 9? What's happening here? Morning, a C4. Morning, everybody. First hand, straight into it. Bang on time. GUKPT final day. We'll run you through who is in the building straight after this first hand. Yeah, because Tim's rivered the straight. Yep. Favourite he was. Yeah, backed in from 8s to 7 to 2, I heard. From 8s? Yeah. 8 to 1 on Tim Chung. I should have got up, then workmen should have been banging louder. Oh my days. So fires 110 here over a pot size bet. And Trevor, obviously Tim's image gets him paid here. Lovely sizing choice to start the day. It shows the straight and Trevor pays it off. And a great start for Tim. Up over 1.1 million. That 8 to 1's looking good. Who have we got on the table? So to start, I don't know who that's meant to be into, Tower. Tim, Woody is in 2, Trevor Reardon in 3. Let's have a butchers, there we go. John should be in John should be in seat 2. In fact, I saw John when I was released, let off at the gates. John was just walking through with his entourage. Okay. They've all come to rail him from Liverpool. Everybody's come. They've all come to rail him. He's on his way. I had to run past him when I got released from the Nick for to work tomorrow when I'm not here. Trevor Reardon, Nick in seat number 6, Tim in 7, James in seat number 8, and in 9 it is Woody, who is also on his way, and he won't be late. He won't be too many minutes away from sitting down. So welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. This is the GUKPT. This is the final day in Manchester. We started with 18 and that was the betting. 7-2 on Tim. You said he was 8s. Yeah, what were you doing up earlier in the morning? Oh no, PK let me know. Michael Caine, 25 to 1. He was 80 to 1. 80 to 1. Wow! I tell you what, if he gets the double up, flipping it, there'll be some squeaky bumps on. Kev Allen, good price at 25s. James Ran, 17s, he's a good price as well because he can play the game. So did you have a little punt? Did you have a little flutter? If you did, good luck. We'll be rooting for everybody who's there. So Anthony Gardner, he missed the first hand as well. He was 10s. He missed the first hand as well. Francis Oberdon had a good luck message this morning. I just walking past the table and he's got on there, good luck to you, I can't wait till you get the final table. So yes, if you had a little flutter, good luck. Morning Mum. Morning Mum. Happy Mother's Day. Oh yeah, he obviously went down this morning and come back and just drove back up just to say, yeah. Hope you have a good day, Gail. Afternoon IC, afternoon Lee. Apocalypse tuning in. Twitch is playing up. Lee McShane's in the building. Lee McShane. How do we know that name? Because Lee was the winner of the giveaway yesterday. Yes. We had 2 people guess it spot on. 1.2 million chips
So
there was somebody that guessed late.
yes,
Late. Only about an hour and a half late, and guessed 1.2 million. Uh-oh. Bit late. It was an 8 o'clock cut-off. Yes, well done, Lee. The names are written down. Do they need to do anything?
no, just I've messaged. Lee's already sent me his alias. I'm just waiting on the other winner to send me theirs,
Awesome.
and then I'll send that over to your online team, and you should have the closer ticket in your account by the end of the day. Ready to play tomorrow. 25k guarantee going on online.
Yep. Chris Burrows, go on big TR. Well, Trev Reardon, loved by many. Top lad is old Trev. So tricky, Trev.
Looks like James double barrel in this spot, but not going to work. There's Tim with top pair. Going to be calling once more here with the king at hearts. You expect? No, just lets it go. Holding the top pair. The second barrel from James Rand. Obviously, is going to have the stronger king X in there. King Queen, King 10, Ace King. Can have some sets.
So, welcome on board. We were straight into it today. We were straight into it. Literally 30 seconds before we started, we were on the table. So, good luck, everybody. There is John. John Adderley is there. What price was John this morning? Down at the bottom, in the middle, 20s. 20 to 1, 323,000. Alex Montgomery, well done, Alex, for making day 3.
Good afternoon, Nathan.
Hi, Nev. Afternoon.
Nick on the button here. Jack 5 suited. Happy to open. And Tim with the King Jack in the small blind. Won't be folding this one versus the button open. Just thinking, he is going to let it go. Just lets it go, waits for a better spot in the small blind. Thought us being 5-handed at the moment, King Jack in the small. Thought Tim was going to be getting involved, but 2 fairly tight laydowns. Once on the turn and then once pre that from Tim to start the day.
Price ticker scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
I'm done with Manchester taxis, man. They're done with fucking.
The C4, James Rand, final table, Aussie Millions 2015. He was 4th. You was on the rail. You're on every rail.
Yeah, that is
No
true.
matter what tournament is, you're on the rail because you're there.
And James finds the ladies here after Tim opens the button. We're going to be bumping this up. 3 betting from the small. And Woody's just sat down. Quick fold from Tim.
Hi, Big Sam. Good afternoon. Looking forward to this. How are we doing predictions on finish time yet? I'm good at that. Well, if we do something later on in the day, we will let you know, that is for sure. Keep you updated with the chip counts from all three tables during the day. Obviously, every break there'll be a full chip count on the screen, and when eliminated players leave, tables will get consolidated. When we get to 16, we'll have 2 tables of 8. Hiya, Josh.
Never stop, Josh. We
Absolutely,
never stop.
absolutely never stopped. Oh, your clocks went forward as well, so we lost out on an hour. I don't know where it went. I was asleep.
Until 7:30, when you heard.
We finished the stream last night at 12:30. By the time I got to the door, it was 1:30. How's that work out?
You must have missed the start, Josh. I wasn't here for the start today. Had to bail him out.
Hiya, Phil. Well done this week. Let's go, Woody. Yeah, he's a big cash player, he's Woody, and he's got the game. He's won a John Law Memorial Trophy up in Teesside when we do the CT Law Memorial every Christmas. He's won one of those before. Deepest running in GUKPT for a while. He don't play too many tournaments, to be fair. Plays a lot of cash, but he's running deep. Ali Malou, top left on the outer table. We'll keep you updated with the outer table on what happens and when.
Good afternoon, Poker. Yuha, tuning in on Twitch.
Have we got Florida watching? Be a bit early for Florida, I suppose, won't it?
Yeah.
At this moment in time.
Like 7 in the morning. No, Mel. Unfortunately not. No one. I don't think there was a single guess for Ali Malou as the chip leader. Not a single person thought the Malou stuff would bag up the chip lead. Queen 8 of clubs for James in the hijack, raises to 25. Woody just flattened here with the 6s. Nick out the way in the big blind. Oh no, Nick's defended in the big blind, so free weight to the flop. Nick's cards, there they are. King Jack 9, 2 diamonds. So complete whiff for all 3 players here. 6s of Woody actually still out in front. James with the Queen 8 of clubs, thinking whether to continue here. Obviously got to be worried about calling range of Woody. This board can definitely hit with him. Chooses small sizing with the Queen 8 of clubs. Looks like 25k, so a little bit more than quarter. And that should get the job done. Should be a fold from both. And not well played, James Ryan. Takes it down with the worst of it.
Fold. 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 Raise 25k.
Ace Queen. Nick, blind on blind here versus Tim. Raises 225k, and this is a bit of a setup, blind on blind here, Tower. And Tim finds kings here. And Nick going to get himself a little bit above up because we're not folding the ace queen here,
Absolutely
blind on
not.
blind.
Is that a 3-bet?
4-bet.
4-bet, no, of course.
4-bet from Nick here, so it's gone raised for it. There's the 3-bet from Tim. So Tim made it 100, and now
Nick's made it, what, 2?
Nick has 4-bet to 200 here, and Tim with the kings, both options available here. If he thinks Nick's light and he's just clicking buttons and thinks that because we're aggressive he's going to just try and play back at us, then we should be flatting. But if Tim has some sort of read, feels some strength coming from Nick, might go for it all here now, Tower, and just set Nick in. It is like a bit of a setup here. Nick started the hand with 65 big blinds, so blind on blind here, ace queen versus kings.
Certainly not, can't be worried about just aces, surely. There's no possibility he's folding, is it?
No, never in a million years is Tim folding here. He's just basically thinking, what's the best option here? How are we going to get the most money? Like, could he potentially have ace king? We get it in now, or are we just going to flat and take a flop in position?
What? He's folded. He's folded. He's folded the kings.
Blind on blind.
Blind on blind. Right, I'm off. I'll see you later. Alright, see you later, guys. I'm off. That's it, I'm done. Done for the day because we're going to be here till Tuesday. See you later, guys.
Oh my word. I really have no explanation for that, Tower.
I'm either going to embarrass myself or I'm going to look good on TV. But
Six-handed.
that's very true, but no one's watching.
I'm just shocked, guys. I'm absolutely shocked, and I think Tim did have kings. He's telling the table now, I think, what he had. No graphic error, that's for sure. I'm just shocked, absolutely shocked. Even if we think he's got aces, what the price we're getting there? Surely we pull the 100k, the price we're getting, even if we've got the read that he's got aces there. It's like, oh, I really have no idea. I have no explanation for it. I'll probably have a chat with Tim, and maybe Tim just didn't want to get cornered and potentially leave himself short, and I just haven't got too much to say about that, guys. At least it's a talking point to start the day. It's not what we expect to see, but definitely a talking point. Tim Chung just folding kings there, pre-flop, incorrectly.
I'm back.
I've
just had to find my jaw. Scraped it up off the floor and put it back on. Nah, certainly not a misread. Don't blame the reader. Nothing to do with the reader at all. The cards show, the cards are registered. The cards cannot come up as a different card. Not ever can you fold kings to a min-click. Even see a flop. Even see a flop with the kings. If it comes ace high and you think he's on ace king, just get out of the way. Well, it takes all sorts, you know that.
No, something's wrong with Tim's box tower.
Is there?
Definitely. The hand before he folded kings in the small blind just to an open there, looked at him, tossed him into the muck. The hand straight after. Let's see what he wakes up with this hand, but the last two hands it said he's had kings. Let's see what Tim's box is saying this time. But it must be, it has to be an error.
Blaming Dave.
That makes a lot more sense.
It does.
So yeah, it has to be an error with Tim's box. If he's woke up with kings again, well, this time no cards registering. Well, king jack, but that's the king of hearts again for Tim.
He'll always tell us. When you see him at the break, he'll definitely tell you. Thank the Lord, faith in humanity is restored. Afternoon, Valerie.
Check. Check. 12k. Fold.
When somebody folds something we don't expect it to be, we automatically think the table's wrong or the cards are wrong.
Yep.
Well, all we'll do is when we get to the break, we'll ask him.
It was the second one as well, the very next hand in the small blind, just quick peek at his card straight into the muck facing an open. Like, obviously that's not going to be the case.
Yep. 33k.
I'm looking into it, guys, but I am 99% sure that he didn't have kings either hand. Well, definitely the second hand, but I'm guessing he didn't in the big either. That makes a lot more sense.
We'll definitely ask him. We'll definitely get Jay on the case when he goes to, because he speaks to Jay quite a lot, does Tim Chung, about hands and about selections, so we'll definitely ask him. Jay will be on the case, we'll leave it at that. So Woodit Rivers, the nut flush. And he gets out of the way.
Right, so if Tim now, so Tim's had the king of hearts the last three hands. If he has the king of hearts again tower, I'm going to say that his box is automatically registering the king of hearts as his first card.
Okay.
And we'll that's just the theory at the moment. We're going to test that this hand, and if that's the case, we might have to get him to change box.
He said something like, "I'm either going to look really good or really bad."
Yeah, well, he might have had like ace king, or maybe even he might have had ace king with a king of hearts, which would have made sense if he thought Nick was only doing that with aces or kings. So I'm guessing he had ace king the first hand, and then the second hand just the king of hearts. But we'll find out. This is going to be the test of this hand. If he's got the king of hearts in his hand again, I'm just going to go with the theory that for some reason the box is registering the king of hearts for his first card, and then the next card he gets. Here we go. Tim with king 9 of clubs.
There we go. Hi Kurt. The odds were on. The book was closed at midday, always before the first hand. Always before the first hand, the book is closed. And I think we've got some news. There's a lot of rustling going around. And it's Bixie. Bixie is all in.
Yeah, she got top pair, but she's up against a flush draw here.
Oh my days, instant service.
Dead on the turn for Bixie, and we lose Bixie in 18th place.
Well played again. Gets to the latter stages a lot, does Bixie. Great player. Plays good. Who's that? The hooded claw. Only Anthony Gardner. Unlucky Bixie out, finishing in 18th for £3,950. Is there a password today? Yes, there will be later. There will be a password for the GUKPT live stream that starts, I think, at 6 o'clock. I'm hoping it's 6. So I think the last one was 8, wasn't it? But I'm hoping it's 6. I'll open the client a little bit later to check. But I'm pretty sure it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, Mr. P-Man, you're absolutely right. She's always there or thereabouts, isn't she? She's very, very good. Very good. And as she was walking out, people were saying another great run yet again. So well done to her for a fantastic effort. An 18th out of 526. Afternoon, Gary. Won the Bristol comp last night, the 500. Where do they play poker in Bristol? Is the Rainbow still open, or whatever it's called these days? Oh, they've refurbed the Grosvenor, haven't they? You said there was no card room. So we were playing online, but you were just in Bristol, so called it a Bristol comp. Is that what you did? Running across the bottom, reality are the prizes that are up for grabs.
Throwing small blind ace jack. Looks like going to raise it up.
And the free roll starts at 8. We need to get that changed because I think 6 o'clock's perfect. Try and get in touch with the online guys for next event. Probably won't get changed now. But we need to go back to 6 o'clock because it was always 6. See what we can do for the next event when we're in Edinburgh. Next event, guess where we're going? There for a game. Oh, we're not on. Good. I've got the chain still on. Edinburgh, 7th till the 15th of May. We're going up there. We are going to be playing Aberdour with Jonathan Scott. And he sent us a video yesterday, and if I could input it into the stream, I'd let you know exactly where we're playing golf. I don't know if that's even possible. But the first hole, I cannot wait to go up to Edinburgh. But we're here in Edinburgh for that, because the online mini main is on the Saturday. Then we start the mini on the Sunday. Are you playing the mini?
Yeah, I'll probably play the mini. Hopefully.
You play the mini Sunday, get through.
Yep.
Gives you Monday off.
Yep.
Just let me tell you, if you're in the mini, I'm not waiting for you. I'm just saying. So plenty going on. The 4, 5, 6 on the Wednesday, and don't forget the cash live stream will be on as well. Sean Bennett's name's already on it. He says, get me on it, I want to be on it. And Sean Bennett, who played this week, is on it again, and I'm sure all the locals will be playing, so we'll look forward to that. But Edinburgh schedule is there, and it's looking good.
This time Nick with Kings. Free bet into 100k.
Graham's trying to guess the password already. Well, if you want to try and guess the password, have a flick around, and you never know, you might be in. We'll open the client to see if anybody's actually registered soon.
Woody opening to 25k, and Nick, nice big free bet here out the blinds with the kings. No action for him.
No one's registered yet, so no one's guessed the password. I'm sure you'll be trying. It's normally something related to where we are and what event it is, so I'm sure they'll be trying.
Unless it's GLWPGG.
Yeah, good luck with guessing the password of the GUKPT. Alex Montgomery is still in on the outer tables. You can see Ali Malou on the left hand side.
He has got chunks.
Majid's there as well.
And for anyone that's got on Michael Caine at 80 to 1, I can let you know we didn't catch it, but information from the outer table, he has doubled up.
Has he really?
He's doubled up.
Oh wow.
Thanks, Chip.
Hey, Elite. $80 to 1, and he was 25s for Mike Caine. And you say he's doubled up already?
Yep.
Wow. So Yard Bodkins is guessing BNR GUKPT. You never know. I don't know. It's what happened to Tom Hall? Got eliminated last night. Did Tom?
Raise from John with the ace jack makes it 25k, and Trevor here in the hijack with the pocket eights. 20 bigs effective here for John, so you probably just want to call this one as Trevor, but it's going to free bet. So free betting to call this off, we're not free betting to fold. That's probably why I wouldn't mind just flatten here potentially versus the gun openers Trevor, because if we get 4-bet ripped on, we're involved. It does work a treat. Trevor taking the aggressive line and taking it down.
Nice one, Trev. Gully Master said he won't lock himself out of the tournament if he had too many guessers trying to guess the password. I doubt it. It's a free roll. We'll give you the password round about 4 o'clock because it does start at 8. It used to start at 6. I'm going to get that changed. We'd like to get involved at 6 o'clock during the GUKPT final day, so we'll get that changed for the next event to 6 o'clock, because I think 8 o'clock is just a little bit too late to get involved.
Where did this come from?
When I went to find my Joe.
Oh, didn't even realise. Yeah.
When I went to find my Joe, I had to nip out to make a cup of tea. And then I scraped my jaw off the table.
I saw it when
So welcome on board. Edinburgh is next for us. It's a bit of a gap because obviously Easter holidays for a couple of weeks. Reading was put back later in the year because Edinburgh would have started during on Easter Sunday and Easter Monday as well. So they decided to move it to late July, which made a bit of sense. There's always the Irish Open at Easter as well. There's a big event in London going on, and then we'll be hitting Edinburgh. Yeah, I'm guessing the daily free roll won't be Grosvenor, will it? That'll be iPoker itself. But our GUKPT live stream used to be 6 o'clock. We'll get that changed for Edinburgh so that we can get involved as well. Alex Montgomery's there in the black cap on the left hand side of the screen, straight behind Michaela the dealer. Michaela's a great dealer. Lovely to speak to. Kev Allen on the left hand side as well, Ali Malou on the left, that's on the outer table. The seniors have started with 61. 61 playing the seniors, 150 in. The bounty event will be starting at 4 o'clock, £170 in. Every time you knock somebody out with £50 into your pocket. And how's this progressive bounty going in Portsmouth?
25 check.
Progressive, yeah, 195 runners. 195. Fantastic. The Gunwharf Keys Spring PKO Special. Fantastic.
John with the ladies, no action for him.
Jason's cracked the password. I love it if you crack the password, well done. We're not giving out the password till a little bit later because it starts at 8, so there's plenty of time to get in. Well, the password will be around 4 or 5 o'clock or something like that. I'll give you 3 hours to get in, so plenty of time to get yourself in. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What were the odds of Francis? There we go, 7 to 1. 7s. Anthony Gardner was 10s. Ben Jones was backed in this morning. And so too was Michael Caine. He was backed in.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there were the odds. Jason's already registered for the free roll.
It's actually not too difficult to guess. It's one of the more easier passwords. We'll get that out around 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
guys.
Cool.
Trev making it 32. And Tim defending with the Jack 9.
Jack ace 8 on the flop. Interesting flop. Tim takes the lead with the Jack. Tricky Trev with the 10s.
42k. Cool.
Queen of Spades on the turn, does bring in gut shot for both players. Jack 9 and Tim still best here. Trevor takes a full up.
And the king on the river giving Trevor the check mark now.
Yeah, it's going to struggle to get paid though.
Absolutely.
Versus Tim's particular holding here. That looks like Tim already over bet with a straight. He's going to rep the straight here as well. Maybe he doesn't think Trevor's ever going to have too many 10s. Fires for 115 and going to get the bad news. He will know when Trevor raises that Trevor has the goods.
Well, Ian,
Well, he's going to raise here. But he's not gonna
absolutely,
get
he
caught.
has to raise, and then there'll just be a snap from Tim. Won't be dwelling about it. Won't be thinking too much about it. He'll just snap fold when there's a raise coming in. About 300 just to see what happens. We can see that Tim normally plays. He's already made his decision if there's any action.
Yeah.
When he's instant folding, so he already knows, and there you go. Already knows. Tim is excellent. Already knows in his head what he's doing. Love it. Key Plater's back in the building. Now we're doing Key from the old Walsall days. How are you, young man? Well, things are good. Watching it on Facey. And Lee McShane used to watch the live stream and only just got back into it. Where have you been? I might not send that token. Just put a question mark inside of his name, will he? Only just started watching the stream again. Where have you been for the last few years?
I did actually get a message from the online team. They said to me, all of them, the tickets that anyone's won will be added first thing on Monday morning for a
Excellent.
closure. So
Love it.
they'll be in your account Monday morning. He's got to look after the kids, he's been working, he's been playing online, that's why we haven't seen him. Woody makes it 25k under the gun, and John just choosing to let the pocket sevens go. Raise and take.
Afternoon, Pesky. Afternoon, Sean. Hope you are well. Yeah, things change, don't they, Lee? Families come first. Working, playing online. But now you know the stream's back. Always tune in and have a flick. Best stream there is in Britain, if not the world. We love it. Love to entertain you guys. You guys in the chat box make it as good a stream as what we can do. And we have a lot of fun. we got kept?
Raised to 25k.
Tim raising with the ace 3.
Cool.
That's not a good seven.
Check. Check.
Yeah, the first break is 2:30. We will go out and ask the question. I know Jay will ask the question to Tim. We'll let you know straight after the first break. But if he's already said that it'll look like a right near on the stream, we're already thinking it was the Kings. But could have been the red wine.
Yeah, on the wine already.
Do you ever use that Vivino app? Have you ever heard of
I've never even heard of it.
Vivino is an app for wine, and you basically scan the label, and it'll tell you an average price in the shops. And every now and again you'll come up with a bit of a bargain, and it lets you know what people read about it and talk about it and say nice wine, blah blah blah. Obviously the shops that you go in, like the Aldi and the Lidl, they all have a wine section, stuff like that. Clicked on one about 3 weeks ago, clicked it on, and it was like, I think it was like $12.99. I thought this must be an expensive wine for something like Aldi and Lidl. Clicked on it, it was £65 average price. Bought it.
I bet you did.
Loved it. It was like a Chateau Neuf de Pape. It was lovely. As Tim slurps on his red.
Yeah, makes it 25 to go in the cut-off, raising the ace-8, and John defending here with a 10-8 in the big blind. Both pretty normal so far. Fine to open this one in the cut-off is Tim, and John getting this price can defend the 10-8, and does outflop Tim. Catches his 3 outer, 10-3-3. Small bet expect from Tim on this board. Really tiny on this dry board texture. No draws out there. It's paired. So I don't know what Tim's sizing was, guys. But it has gone check bet call. There we go. 15k from Tim. Cool.
Check, check. And then clubs on the river.
Now John blocking here for 20. Just a quick fold from Tim. And then Claret playing international rummy with my daughter with this on in the background. What's international rummy?
What's international rummy? I don't know. Is rummy that 4 to 1, 3 of the other? Where you pick a card up from the middle. Like that. Like that. Key players going to be back playing the GUKPT soon. Good lad. Hope to see you very soon. And Jerry says, as an old boy, it's good to see Trev and Ali Malou in the mix. It sure is. Trev's had a great 12 months, to be fair. Plays a lot of cash. Run deep in a couple of events that we've had. And Ali Malou's back with a bang. Yeah, I don't know what international rummy is.
He might be on holiday. He might be playing on holiday.
Yeah, they're sat on a veranda in Tenerife.
I think never played with before, so like, whatever.
Hey, Yogi Bear, the last event is 4 o'clock. The bounty starts at 4 p.m. There you go, right down at the bottom now. That's exactly where we're. Right down there now. Right down there.
Last day, we made it.
We did. The seniors started with 61. Give you an update on that when we can. But the seniors started with 61, which was good. And then the bounty starts at 4. 2 hours of late, Reg. Get yourself in to the final event. 72 now in the seniors. We've lost one. Big Xiao eliminated to Anthony Gardner.
5k.
James here makes it 25 with the jacks.
Folds.
No action for him. Raise and take. James ran. Another one that tipped in the betting to potentially be a good price. What price was James? Should we have a look? What price was James ran?
17s. Could have been bigger. Could have been bigger. There were a few bets on Michael Caine this morning. He was 80s. Everybody's rooting, and this lad said he's already had a double up. He was 80s. Ben Jones was betting. Tim Chung was betting as well. It's a favourite.
That's why I think it's you can find a little bit of value in these bets. Because Michael Caine, like he's probably like, I'd say win it from this position, one in say 40 times, 33 times maybe. And
Yeah.
it's the thing with poker. It's like if he gets 1, 2 doubled ups, he's right back amongst it, and then he becomes like a 16 to 1 shot. And
Yeah.
obviously, I'm not saying he's like always gonna run it up, but the times that he does, that's where you get your value from. As Trevor with the Kings on the button. You can muck up, but the book is now closed. The betting closes around 11:45 before the tournament kicks off. But for our day 3, we do have a book ran for the live stream, so you can have a little flutter, a little sweat on a player that you have backed. There's Tim here defending the pocket fives, facing the open from Trevor on the button. Here we go for your 50. Prize ticker coming across the bottom of your screen. You see the payouts.
£47.48k.
And just a quick fold from Tim. Claret Sock said it's hard to explain on here, but instead of a pile you discard to, it's a row spread out where you can scoop to play, plus you put down several made hands instead of just one of each 3/4 cards, add/subtract pips at the end of each round, etc. It's a good game. We'll teach you Town next time I see you in Blackpool.
Awesome. Cannot wait. I'll be in early.
International Rummy.
I'll be there.
And Johnny Kelly joining us in the chat. How are you, John?
From the outer tables.
Yeah.
He's playing the seniors. Did Tim Chung at pool as well earlier this week. Be careful if Johnny Kelly says, do you fancy a game of pool for a £5? Oh, be careful.
Save your £5.
Right, we're on the international rummy games when we get to Blackpool. Can't wait.
Let's 8 for Trev. Approaching the million mark.
32k.
Makes it 32k. And James here, 6-4 off in the big. Not defending. Raise and take for Trevor.
So Trev chip lead on the table with the mill. Give you updates around the room when we get them. What is happening. Full chip counts at every break. Prizes 18. Big sheet got 3,950, which means there's a pay jump now. 17th will get 4,550. Yeah, is that Fizz? That's Mark Fizzick. Stood in the background. Had a severe case of COVID. And was, in his own words, nearly a goner. But he's back.
Ace king for Trev makes it 32. Tim flat in the sevens on the button. Heads up to the flop. And Trev flops best. Top pair, top kick up on the king queen 5 board. Just looks like going to come out firing here.
5k.
Getting this price just under 5-1. Tim happy to call once. We are ahead of some of Trevor's range that would open from this position. Let's see what he does on the turn, which is the 9 of spades. And Trev checking this over to Tim. Tim quickly checks behind. 3 diamonds on the river. So Trev now should be value betting here tower. We can plausibly target some king jack, king 10 of Tim to get called by. They'd both be, those hands would be good checks on the turn. But he's going to check the ace king, maybe because of Tim's aggressive nature. Thought that he'd potentially fire and we could check call. But I think that's a spot where we want to try and target some of Tim's king jack, king 10. He might not believe us with queen jack, queen 10. Those type of holdings. Maybe he didn't want to get check raised, knows that Tim's capable of doing that, or bet raised.
Just the one elimination so far today.
Yeah,
Big sit that we saw.
now we're in. And we've lost one.
Yep.
An hour in yesterday, we'd lost 60.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. It was a mad day. They're all mulling round, as you can see. All the seniors, 72 in.
Fold. Fold. $25k.
Queen jack of diamonds for James makes it 25k to go, and Woody here with the pocket sevens working with just over 40 bigs in the small. Not going to be letting the sevens go. Looks like he's happy to just flat out of position, and that's going to bring John along here in the big blind for 30 bigs. But at this table, although we are approaching a table break, like button open, small blind flat, you got 2 good players in the pot here. You can sometimes take the higher variance approach and just rip here for 30 bigs, button versus small, with one of these smaller pairs. Like most of the time you're going to get it through, fold out some like 7s, 8s sometimes. But, that's what I thought I'd see John do, just take the passive approach and happily call. We are deep in this tournament. It does take a lot to ship 30 big blinds in with deuces, but button, small blind, big blind dynamic, it's would have been fine. Especially if you feel like you're outgunned in the field, you can take the higher variance approach. It's usually rule of thumb. If you're at a tough table, try and up the variance. If you're at what you believe to be a soft table, try and lower the variance. Might have been why Tim didn't get involved with the kings earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe
He just had an inkling that Nick don't play that many hands and just thought, you know what, I'm not he can only be min clicking back with aces. Obviously that's all they can put him on.
This is a 30-minute delay we are on.
15:50. We'll get the confirmation at the break. Aye, Michael Caine's coming to the... Oh, Michael Caine's coming. That means we're down to 16.
Who we lose?
What's happened? Michael Caine's come to the table. We have... Oh, no! GUKPT Grand Final champion, Kevin Allen, has been eliminated in 17th place.
No pan of the hand, but the news of the hand, it was folded round to Kev in the small. He looked down at pocket deuces, shoved for his remaining chips. Alex Montgomery called it off with King 5, and the King 5 got there versus the deuces, and Alex Montgomery comes over to the table, and we are down to 16.
Alex Montgomery for the locals is on the feature. Michael Caine is on the feature. We're on 16.
This is 75k.
Ref Brad. Not Chef Brad anymore, Ref Brad.
Ref Brad.
The other team said they were the best ref they'd had in 3 years. I can't imagine ever that you'd ever blow your own trumpet, Chef Brad. Ever. I would find it amazing that you talk about yourself. They wanted your number for future games. What are you doing with swinging it? Awarding penalties when there were no penalties. Good to have you on board, brothers. Enjoy the live stream. We've lost 2 players. We've lost Big C Yao and Kevin Allen, which means we're down to 16.
Yeah, this is a spot where we could potentially shove as John. Ace Queen suited. You got a Tim open, a James 3-bet. Probably 2 of the best players left in the field. Could be tangling with each other. That dynamic there. I'm sitting here with 27, 28 big blinds. Yeah, I love this from John Tower. This is just really good understanding of the dynamic that can be between these two. And rips it in, cold 4-bet shove for 27 bigs and gets it through and picks up 10 big blinds just from getting that through. Really nice there from John. Goes from 27 bigs to just under 40 without having to see a flop.
So the blinds are up. The blinds are up for the first time today. 8-16. The average stack is over 40 big blinds. £141,100, 97,750. Play the last hand and lose it. And we're now locked up with 16 players left. 5,000. Sorry, 4,550 for 16th. 17th was Kevin Allen.
James happy to open under the gun +2, raises to 32. And John here on the button with the ace-10. We are now full ring, so back to 8-handed. It's an interesting spot here for John. Could potentially see him fold this one tower. Ace-10 off here. It looks like he's going to pill. Chooses to 3-bet.
3-bet with the ace-10 off.
He's at 100. And potentially going to get the best hand to fold here. So fair play from John. Finding the 3-bet here with the ace-10 versus a James Ryan open. Don't underestimate this man.
Absolutely
So,
not.
just from what I've seen from him so far today, I haven't seen too much of John over the last few days, but seems to play well, picks his spots nicely, and this is going to work. Gets the ace jack to fold, and well played John there. Takes 2 nice pots, goes from 27 bigs to 33. Okay, blinds have gone up. Blinds have gone up.
They have.
Yeah, we're playing well, John. Gavin Lewis on YouTube.
Mate, he was going out in stats, like little dicky things out. Let him on. Let him on.
Fold. Raise to 34k.
So the seniors have started. Caroline Cole back in the mix. She played the £200 yesterday. You can hear Caroline, that's the only reason I know she's in. Always well attended, the seniors. 72 in the mix. Team Alex rooting for the local lad, Alex Montgomery.
If John finds another free bet here as a bluff tower, wow, this man's on fire. He's literally come to play today. He's not waiting, trying to wait for players to bust, trying to get to the final table. He's just literally amped up the aggression the last orbit or so. Finds the 4-bet rip with the ace queen, 3-bets the ace 10, and now the very next hand, 3-betting the ace 3 suited versus Alex's hijack open here. And John just on form. Timing's really, really good every single time. His opponent's just had a hand that they've not been able to continue with here, and Alex can't do much but get out of the way here, tower, off of his stack size, unless he thinks that John is really light and could potentially some of the time 4-bet rip. But like on this hour clock this deep in the tournament, you're just not going to see the 4-bet. And there's the laydown from Alex, and John is making moves and making ground. He's literally doubled his stack tower in 3 hands, and he hasn't even seen a flop yet. He's gone from 320k to around 600, just getting a 4-bet rip through, getting a 3-bet bluff through, and then getting another 3-bet bluff through. And fair play to John. Look out for this man.
Yeah, she's in the seniors. We'll only update you the numbers of the seniors and what happens. That'll be going on all day long. So blinds up first time today. Blinds are now 8-16.
But it doesn't show on the stream. I think it's
Is Ludo and Tom still in, says Manastro. Ludo never played, and Tom Hall was eliminated yesterday. Tim moves all in with King Queen suited.
Yeah, over Michael Kane.
After a rip from Michael
Oh
on the
God, I
button.
didn't see Michael stack tower. He must have lost some on the outer table, and he's just seeing if anything's going on the outer.
He has to now call the standard button from Michael. Ripped it in. Tim Chung calls, and we could be losing one here.
Table 9.
Pretty standard on the button from Michael. Tim wakes up with King Queen suited, and yet says, yeah, we'll have some of that. He's down to 30 bigs as well. So we're all in the call, and we need a 6.
No. No 6.
We don't. We can't need a 6 anymore. Not now the Queen's come. 5-4.
5-4, 9 or
9.
10, and that is it.
And that, unfortunately, for Michael Kane, is it. Good luck. Mike Kane has just said good luck, guys, on the table. £4,550 is 16th for Mike. Pretty standard shove on the button as a shorty. But Tim Chung wakes up doing the King Queen, hits the Queen on the flop, and we lose Mike in 16th. We're down to 15.
Don't forget, guys, as well, make sure you give us a follow on socials at Grosvenor Poker
Yes.
on Facebook and Twitter. Live stream coverage, as always, /GUKPT on Twitch and YouTube. And if you are watching, you hit the follow, subscribe button, or give us a like. This is our last stream for a couple of weeks.
Race of 35k. Fold, fold.
Trevor opening to 35k with the A7 suited, and James not defending the 8-5 in the big. Raise and take for Trevor.
Kev Allen's tweeted, he says, thanks to all the good luck messages, it wasn't to be today, busting 17th, good luck to all that's still in at Grosvenor Poker. Great to see you again, Kev, good deep run, always a pleasure. Love talking football with Kevin Allen, knows his stuff, and can play the game and enjoy it as well. Good to see you, Kevin, and we'll see you at the next one.
Fold. Fold. Race of 35.
Pocket 8s for Trev. Chipped up to over $1 million.
Race of 80k.
Raises to 35.
Fold.
And Nick free betting 6-5 off to 80,000. Just a random free bet here from Nick. The 6-5. And I think if we go back to the start of the session when Tim folded the kings to Nick's 4-bet, if Tim was aware that Nick has hands like this in his range, I don't think Tim would have been folding the kings.
Man of Straw says, how are we going to the Irish Open? Jay's booked in 11th till the 18th, doing the full lot.
Full lot of drinking. I'm not sure
I'm
full lot of schedule.
I'm going to see what the coffers are like. See if we can get Tower Open, maybe on the Thursday or something like that. We'll see. First time in 3 years for the Irish Open at City West. There's loads of Grosvenor players there, that is for sure. Queen High flop, Queen 7-10, 2 spades.
Two overcards here to the pocket 8s of us as Trevor. We're not loving life on this board, like even against an ace king we're only going to have around 60%, then against like ace queen over pairs we're going to be 900 and dead to 2 outs, so probably best to just check fold here on this board. Yes, we are ahead of like some ace king, ace jack type holdings, but even those holdings are going to have still decent amount, 40% equity against us, so got to let this one go. The times that Nick does have our rates beat, we're only going to be drawing to around 12% equity with our backdoor straight draw or just equity to hit the set. Have to let the 8s go there as Trevor, and Nick takes it with a 6 high.
I'll have to get up to that game.
Yeah, we all know the cost of living's gone up, and we all know prices have gone up globally. And if you are going over to the Irish Open, good luck. Enjoy yourselves. You never know. We might tangle. We might see you. We'll see what we can do. Well, we're definitely going to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
The GUKPT and a bit of golf. Me and the lad. Good shout, JD. Is that Jason Statham in seat 5? Nick, you've been like to Jason Statham, the transporter.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He was in Lockstock as well, wasn't he? Jason Statham, I do believe.
Carey Bear says, can you teach her a golf tower?
Probably not. Probably not. Close my eyes, look at the ball and whack it. That's the thing. It is. It is. You know, when you see the best in the world practicing for 4 and 5 hours a day, you know it's a game that nobody will ever beat. Practice, practice, practice. Can't wait to see Jay whack a ball 240 down the centre of the fairway on the first.
Maybe with my putter, if it's all downhill.
Yeah, Katie Swift, Jack plays off +2, I do believe. England under 18s captain or something like that. Fingers crossed he's got a bright future.
Willie makes it 32 with a 10-9 on the button. And Alex here, A7, working with 16, 17 bigs here. Could potentially move in tower. This versus a Woody Open, but chooses to wait for a better spot. I think Ace-9 plus would have gone in there. Alex just thinking we can wait for a better spot on this hour clock. We've still got 16 big blinds.
The worst possible combo from one of them.
Michael Caine busting in 16th, which means we're down to 15 as you can see in the top right.
Fold, fold. Fold. Fold.
Woody's been relatively quiet, but not a lot he can do.
Yeah, not had too many hands tower. As I always say, you can't just start opening your 8-3s,
Absolutely.
your 10-4s. You sometimes just got to be patient and wait for your time. When your card dead and you're not getting good card distribution, it's just part of the game. You've got to be able to sit there patiently and just wait. And believe it or not, some players can't do that. They just have to get involved, get itchy feet, and start opening some dubious holdings and get themselves into trouble. Patience is part of the game.
There the chip counts in seat order. Alex in 1. Trev, chip champ at the minute. Nick on 923. Tim on 600. Dave Hart loves the way seat 2 is playing. Yeah, he's playing very well. Here's John.
How do you work on patience? Good question, I mean, I don't know. I think it just probably comes with experience at the table. Like, the more you're used to playing, the more times you play, and eventually you're going to get a stretch of cards where you just go, sometimes 2 hours you've got to sit there and fold, maybe even 3 or 4. Sometimes you just sit there folding, and then I guess you just get used to it. But then sometimes, like when you're not in a pot, just play a game with yourself in your head. Just think about ranges of the opponents in the hand that are in the pot, and think about the hands they could be playing, what they could have in this spot. Keep yourself occupied, like in between hands, by watching the hand that's going on and actually thinking about what hands they could potentially lock up with at showdown.
Hi O'Neill, just tuned in, how's he missed much? Bixie Yao on the outer table was out in 18th place. Kev Allen on the outer table was out in 17th, and in 16th Michael Kane just about jammed the button with King 6. Tim Chung woke up with King Queen, and Mike had to put his last 10k in and was eliminated in 16th, which means in the top right we are down to 15.
No worries, Lemon, here to help. Same goes for everyone. Any questions, just fire away. I'll do my best to answer, and if I can't, I'm sure Tao might be able to help me out. It's in a 6-6 two-diamond flop. Both players whiffing this one, but Trevor not opting to continue. Queen of Hearts on the turn. He'd check to us again here as Trevor. I know we can see he's got the best of it with 7 higher, but if Nick checks over once more, this is where I'm probably going to start betting as Trevor with 7 higher. He can fold out so many better hands.
Trev bets 52,000. And Nick just gets out of the way. Tricky Trev up to 1.1 mil. Good afternoon everybody and welcome along. This is the final day in Manchester. We're down to 2 tables. We started with 18, we're now on 15. Alex down at 20 bigs and just under in seat number 1. Ali Malou still in. Francis Oberden still in. Getting towards chip leader is Anthony Gardner. Sticky 41. Happy Mother's Day, Tower. You do a great job mothering Jay. It's a credit.
Do you taking all my washing home with you then from this week?
Oh, all good.
He does look after me. He does a lot more tea runs than myself.
And make sure you get home on a night time when you can't stand up.
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
put you in a taxi, throw you about.
I put you in the taxi last night. Yeah, I'd love to see Anthony run deep in this one. Asifo is really nice, got off the table, comes across really well.
He is indeed.
Obviously ex-Spurs lad as well, even more reason. He'll be getting a neck ache if Anthony wins it with the winners.
Absolutely, we might have to sit down. Yeah. We might have to sit down or move the cameras. Good luck, Woody, says Charlie on Facebook. Good afternoon, Facebook watchers.
It's him leading 4-1 big here. You see this a lot on these drier board textures, blind on blind, small just leading from one big blind, simply because it's harder for James to hit the board than it is for him to miss it. More often than not he's going to whiff, so this bet will just work. But in this scenario we are up against toppest of pairs. Queen 9, James just for an easy call, and now Tim going to be done with the hand, checking it over. Just that's a wave of the white flag.
Afternoon, Yanis.
How are we doing, Yanis?
Hope things are well, my friend.
£55k. Please. Would it?
They're too far online actually. Well, it's not just the online actually.
Fold. 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 Cool. Check. 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 Check.
Afternoon, Christy. Was going to play online today, but at 14 or so, 6 minutes sleepover at 14. Oh my days, what are you putting yourself through? Oh, God. My days. I thought I had it bad with workmen outside my window every morning. 6 14-year-olds. Oh my word. Good luck with that, Christy. Good luck with that. Just had Caroline Cove come in saying, "Oh, what you mean saying to me about the on the live stream?" Well, I only said that I could hear you. she said she ain't quiet sometimes, is Caroline, and she always plays with a smile on her face.
Afternoon Mel says, never understood those people who need to walk across the room to watch the all-in the call just to sit down and watch to see if someone gets knocked out. Sometimes it's not just for that. Some people like to see what hands have got on their back on the outer table, because if you walk in and see someone's put it in with like king 4 off,
yeah,
it's like it's a bit of information for you. Sometimes you have a little wander over, there's an all in the call, you see the 2 players that are all in, and you potentially see a hand that they're willing to get in pre-flop for X amount of big blinds. So sometimes there's information in it. It's not just the nosiness factor, let's say, and not wanting to know what's going on the outer table. Like if you're an online grinder, I don't play much online nowadays, but you'd usually, like, if you're deep in a tournament, you'd have like the last 2, like the last table playing, you'd have like the other last 2 tables up. There's 3 tables left, see what's going on, seeing if you can get any info. Just sometimes it's for information purposes, sometimes it's just because people are intrigued to see what's going on. Jump King Queen makes it 35k. James out the way on the button. Woody here in the small blind, pocket freeze versus gun open here.
Woody, no, Woody just called.
Yeah, it's a call or fold there for Woody. You can go either way. With Alex as short as he is, which could potentially shove once we flat a little bit wider, sometimes may lean towards fold, but flat and fine as well to our. We're not going to be free betting this spot though. It's Woody versus gun open from John, who's got us covered. This pot's just always going John's way, you expect. Yeah, just see betting the ace high rainbow board as he should be as the opener with king high, and gets Woody to fold the best of it.
Afternoon, Ricky. What are today? Who are today's eliminated players?
We've lost 3 so far, Ricky.
Bixie Yao, Kev Allen, and Mike Kane. We are on 15 players. Top right it says 15 players, and we're on a break in 30 minutes. Any of the Grosvenor Pros still in? No. Getting a lot of love is Mr. Alex Montgomery in seat number 1. Would you like a cup of tea, son?
Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea, please. Cup of tea sounds good.
Cup of tea.
So probably just going to rip this one as John. After Alex completes in the small blind, we've got ace 5 suited. Alex is working with 16 bigs effective. So ace 5 of hearts is just going to be a print jam for us. Like, reason being, even the times we are calling Alex as like one of them traps, like limp days, king, ace, queen, potentially to try and get us to do this. Like the equity that hand has pre-flop, even against those holdings, like 30%, it's just a print shove for us in that spot. And, John knows that, seems to be getting every decision correct at this stage of the day. It's a good day to play your best poker when there's 141k up top. That's got to be the quickest tee run
Let me tell you.
in the history of tee runs.
I've got to look after you. I've got to look after you these days. You know what it's like. Race 2 for Nick.
Yeah, it's actually slightly more, Nave. I think it's between 31 and 32%.
Is it?
The power of the ace 5 suited, yeah, and obviously
You always say.
you block the aces. Only 3 combos left remaining of aces in the deck. So
Man of straw, wouldn't it be nice to see a female win a GUKPT? Yes, it would. We've come close. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 9th,
18th.
18th. Didn't see much of Rennie Share this year. And not this year, in this event, to be fair. Not too much for Rennie. Not the best week for her. Yeah.
We're going to head over to one of the outer tables, guys, because we've got a decision here for Neville Betty. Anthony,
That's not Neville.
No, Anthony Gardner's moved all in over Neville's river bet here, and now Neville in the tank.
1, 2, 3, 4. Neville's got it wrong. Anthony Gardner's got about 500, 600,000 behind the line.
Yeah, so the board's King, Queen, Jack, 9, 9, no flush out there, and Anthony's check ripped here. So I'm guessing that Neville is in the tank with a straight here, Tower. Probably not ace 10, probably just a bare 10 here for Neville. Anthony, once he shoves here, he's going to be repping ace 10 at the very minimum. but obviously can have boats as well. Position at the table from Anthony. Let's have a look. He's not in the big blind, so I'm guessing Anthony was under the gun. So this board's just great for Anthony here. The king, queen, jack, 9, 9. He can have pocket kings, he can have pocket queens, he can have pocket jacks, he could have jack 9 suited, queen 9 suited, king 9 suited. All hands that he could potentially open from EP with the chip lead. And Neville really mulling this one over. And you can see, Tower, he's only got about 200k left behind if he finds the fold, and there's heaps of chips in the middle here, so it could potentially be...
Yeah, it looks like he's bet about 140.
Yeah, and looks like there's well over 300k in the middle, so if he calls here and he's right, it could be potential 800-900k pot. But Anthony putting Neville to the test, whatever he has. And does Anthony ever have a bluff here as well? That is the question. Is Anthony Gardner capable of check raise bluffing the river here with like maybe an ace queen, blocking ace 10, blocking boats, something like that? Absolutely not getting a read on that, man. Just sitting there stone faced.
He has announced call. And it's king 9. King 9 for the boat and 10s for the straight. So king 9 hitting perfect for Anthony Gardner. And Neville Betty with the 10s and the straight is eliminated in 15th place for £5,100. And Anthony Gardner, England's finest centre off, has got chunks. Whatever happened to Jerome Bradpiece? Remember, he plays in London. He doesn't travel the circuit anymore, but he does play in London, and every now and again you'll see him playing in Luton, but very seldom. Probably seen him 4 or 5 times in the last 3 or 4 years. Great player in the early days, but not seen him now. Thanks, Nath. Good to get the capture the action of all the bust outs on the outer table. "20 minutes to go until the end of the first session. A table change will be in. Ali Malou is there, top right. There he is. Can you see him? Just reaching for a cup of tea is Ali Malou on the right hand side of the screen, the top right. He's still in. Full chip count on its way as well for all the remaining 14 players as it is now. Gully Masters, do we need ace 10 there to make the call?
I think, yeah, I think ace 10 at least there, or at least like pocket 10's not really going to be a good straight to call with, whereas it would be better to have like 10-9 or something, Gully, something that has got removal to the boats as well. We've obviously got no removal there other than to straights ourselves. But we want to be blocking some boats as well when we call with our 10x. The 10's blocking no boats at all, just removals to the straight. So like it's less likely that Anthony's just going to be having a bare 10 as well. It's more likely that he is going to be weighted towards the boats unless he has a bluff there. Like a really nice hand to hero there would be something like 10-9, blocking the boats with the trips and obviously having the straight ourselves. No, you can't, Christy. Good afternoon, but the book is closed.
Yeah, it closes at 12, or just before 12 o'clock, before the first hand is dealt.
Yeah, or maybe even fold ace 10, Gully, because you don't expect Anthony to ever do that with ace 10. He's probably just going to call thinking that could have potentially, our opponent could potentially have a boat himself. So yeah, I'd probably hero like 10-9, fold ace 10, fold pocket 10s, fold like 10-8 suited, or I've somehow got it, and then start calling obviously all my boats, and then specifically 10-9 would be a nice little bluff catcher with the straight because of the removal with the 9 in there.
John in early position raises to 35,000 with ace queen off. Right round to Tricky Trev. He's going to come along with the king 10. In fact, he's raised it up. Makes it 110. Makes it 110. Well, the ace queen from John Adderley here. Looking down. Oh, it says to me on the way in, I watched myself back on the live stream. Why were my chips right close to the line? I said, I have no idea. You put them there. He said, I won't do that again today. Right round to John with the ace queen off. And the fold. Tricky Trev making the best hand fold. Absolutely, JD. We love watching Francis yesterday. Very unpredictable. Raising with 7-3 and all that malarkey. He's got the game. He had the chips to start with today as well. So just over 15 minutes to go until the end of the first session. We will have a table change. You can see there, 17 minutes and counting. Over 70 in the seniors.
You know, that means coming over tower.
Walking in at Alimaloo Wonderland.
What about Francis? What about Gilly? All on the same table. Ali, Gilly and Francis. Are we going to have fireworks the next session?
I couldn't fit it in the same sentence. I was going to say the names.
Yeah, this is definitely the tougher table in the room, and after the break I'm really looking forward to some of the names we've got. And Ali Malou, Francis and Gilly are all known to play a bit unorthodox, be aggressive, some larger sizings, just taking lines you don't expect to see. So I'm really looking forward to when we return after the break, and it's going to be a cracking session, I can assure you of that, with the table that is going to be coming up.
It'll be a lot of fun.
There's the prices for you, Chris. That is the prices. Trev was 12 to 1 this morning.
I don't know what he was earlier. Early doors if he was backed in. I know there are a few players that were backed in. Was it Tim Chung 7? 8.
8. If you got on Tim at 8 when you woke up.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, full cup of tea. Just saying. What did you bring yesterday? The only one you brought?
A cup of tea, half a cup of tea. And I can tell you as well, when we return after the break, Ali Malou, 1.7 million chips.
Walking in the alley wonderland, there's only one Ali Malou.
And Mike Casson says James Ryan is an absolute still at 17 to 1, in his opinion. As Woody on the button, King 9 suited makes it 35k to go, and Alex with the Queen 10 just letting it go. However, John not going to be going anywhere with the 7-8 of clubs, going to be defending at the very least here. And he does defend for 19k more. Heads up to the flop. Well, that's as good as it gets for us as Woody. Flopping trip kings here on King King 3, 2 diamonds. But unfortunately for us, John not got anything that he can continue with. There he is, the Maloosh up. We're going to see him in about half hour's time. Assuming he doesn't bust before then.
Absolutely.
But he'd do well to give away the chip lead in 15 minutes, Tower, and somehow be out the door.
88 in the seniors. Excellent stuff. 88. All right, Neo Tintin. Just over 13 years, so you can play the seniors.
They're blind on blind here. John in the small. 4-3 suited. Looks like raising it up. Okay, not just the call. Going to give Trev the chance to check his option with the 10-4 and does. Actually have John dominated here.
7, Queen, 8.
So fairly dry board. John just going to take the initiative. Like I say, this is what you see a lot nowadays, Tower. When you see these dry rainbow boards, blind on blind, small blind, lead in for one big, just trying to take it down there and then. And a lot of the time it does work. The times like there when your opponent just whiffs, a lot of the time they've just got to get out of the way. You do need to be wary though, because if people catch on to what you're doing, they will start floating you with more hands and trying to take it away when you check turn. So you need to be aware of that. People do start adjusting.
Harvey qualifies for the Super Seniors of the World Series this year and they've dropped it from the schedule. I didn't realise that, Harvey.
What age is Super? 60?
Yeah.
Pocket Forts already raises to 35. And Alex hasn't been able to do much since he come to the table. Been pretty card dead. Had that one spot with A7.
Yeah.
Off of 16 bigs where he could have potentially shoved, but opted to let it go and live another day.
Hiya, Jack. Be a long time before you could play the seniors. He said he thought it was 65. I thought it was 60. He might be right. 50 and 65. But anyway, it's gone.
Yeah, Bacon. He did basically.
He did? What?
Yeah, on the king's hand, the first one.
He had kings?
Yeah, on the first one.
Oh, he had kings. He had folded. What was his reasoning?
Basically, with Nick,
Yeah.
played with him and he said he literally could only have aces there, he thought, and something about only playing one hand, and
All right, okay.
just thought that Nick would never do that as well. The other thing, Tower, Nick clicked from the small blind, he made
Yeah.
it 25k from 12, and then when Tim 4x that raised to 100k, Tim didn't think he'd make it 200k without aces or kings, and obviously Tim has kings himself, so he just gave him credit for aces. He thought if he had a hand like ace, king, queens, jacks, he'd just rip it in,
Yeah.
rather than 4-bet to 200k, so that's why Tim made the hero fold with the kings pre-flop. But obviously you can't always be right. And the other thing as well, Tower, that if Tim is wrong and gets it in there and he is up against aces, he's potentially out of the tournament. He's left with 15 bigs or something like that, whereas he prefers to take the low variance approach, and he's still stacked up nicely.
Yeah, it was a real hand. He folded kings pre, and it has been confirmed. About the 5th hand of the day. Now the seniors is 50, the super seniors is 65. But the super seniors is not an event anymore. So there's just the seniors mid-June.
It's even harder to do it like on the feature table when you know everyone's watching, and if you're wrong, like you can look very silly. But he explained to me why folding. I understand completely. It's obviously something that you won't see very often. It's something to do in Manchester. What is it with people folding kings on the feature table in Manchester on day 3?
Guy says to us he's never folding kings ever again. Jack Hardcastle watching in San Diego. He says, "I'm going to stick my nan in the next one and tell her to 3-bet the deck." Oh, love it. Oh, top man, Jack.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think Tim's very he's all about exploit the opponents. Like when he's up against recreational, I think he's the exploit man. Tries to make plays that's going to gain him the most amount of EV rather than the standard lines, but on that occasion it didn't work, but he's still in the mix.
Right. Well done, Martin, on your winning Huddersfield yesterday. He put a. Did you see the picture he posted on social media?
Nope.
He posted a picture. He binked to winning Huddersfield last night. The table was lime green in colour. It was literally lime green, and I don't know where that's come from. Well done to you on the win. That's all we're saying.
Oh, then Sam Allage on Twitch tuning in. Mick the mods.
Hey,
off.
Sam.
Catch you guys later. Off to the pub for some poker. Have a good one. Have a good day, Mick. Enjoy it. Good luck. Win some money. There's Trevor here. Raises to 37k. Nick now free betting the King Jack 200k.
Well, I've got some breaking news. Harvey Norris, you're talking twaddle. Twaddle with a capital T. Capital T. Because I've got information. And the information says that the Super Seniors is on the 28th of June. And you have to be over 60. So there. I've had information. Talking twaddle, you. So get yourself out and now win it. Thank you very much for the information, Mr. Chris. So there you go. There is a Super Seniors, and no, for anybody asking, I can't enter.
Why can't you?
Do you want to do the teas for the rest of the year? Do you want to be making sandwiches and doing teas and cleaning up afterwards? Do you want to take the rig down?
No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You should be in the juniors tower. You should be in the juniors. There's an under 30s comp. Get yourself in that.
Oh, brilliant. So yes, there is a Super Seniors.
That is lime green, ain't it, Tower? Just show me the picture.
Aye. Well done, Martin, by the way.
You play Sabutio on there. It's that. Looks like a Sabutio field.
Good effort, young man. Good effort on your winning Huddersfield. I've never played in Huddersfield, I must admit. Never played a game in Huddersfield.
Everyone's saying it now.
So one thing I'm never doing is folding kings.
No, you're ripping them in for 80 big blinds.
Yes!
I remember that.
Did I win the hand?
You did win the
There
hand.
you go.
You did win the hand. Open to 2 bigs, late position. Towers in the big blind. He's got kings. He's got the lot in front of him. I'm all in. Have some of that. Insta fold from the cut off. So we got an all in here from Alex. Over the open from Woody on the button here. Alex is shoving for 14 bigs and Woody with a king 10 off. I'm not going to call this one off tower. I think this is just going to hit the mark. It's for half a Woody's stack. Alex has been fairly snug since he come to the table. I think this is actually the first hand Alex has been involved in. Been pretty solid. So king 10 here for Woody. 14 big blind shove in the muck. Everyone's locked up 5.1, I believe.
Yeah, scrolling across the bottom of the stream is the prizes all the way down to the final, which we started with 17 players.
We've got about 3 minutes before the first break of the day. It's been an interesting session, lots of talking points. It's been a good watch, really good watch these first 2 hours. So there's the prizes, everyone locked. Sorry, 5,650. Neville Betty was our 15th place finish up, taking home 5.1.
How many thousands you got? How many thousands?
Ace nine of spades for James in the hijack. 22 big blinds. Opens. Yes, Kerry Bear. Bixie was the first out today in 18th.
Outright said no to it. Make me. Don't you make you up for that. You have fucking face security guard.
John, 8-9 of clubs here in the small. Potentially could pill this one, but lets it go into the muck. And Trevor's out the way with on Motown. Jack 5 gets out the way. So probably the last hand of the session, guys. Anthony Gardner's standing up. I'm hoping because he's just wanted an early break. He had chunks.
Yes.
Last hand of the sesh.
Last hand of the session.
A7 off in the muck for Tim. James is 3-do suited, follows suit. Woody here though, Ace-8 in the hijack. Could potentially open, but chooses not to. We've got Alex behind us who does have a reshove stack. So I'm just letting this one go, and Alex with the Queen 5 should be getting out the way in the cut-off. Might tank for a few seconds to get the full 15-minute break. Lets it go.
He's gone for his break. Well done, Alex. Got himself through the first session.
And Trev here in the small. Blind on blind at 9-4 of hearts. Could potentially complete for 8k. But it looks like he's going to
raise it up to 38.
38. This is a bit small tower, but it does actually work versus the 10-3 off. But basically a min click there from Trevor, but gets it through nonetheless.
Jack, lovely to have you on board for the for the time you're there. Enjoy your stay in San Diego, and we'll keep you updated on what's happening if you tune back in after the break. We are on a 15-minute break. Full chip count, table reverses round. We'll have a new session for you with new players, And we have 14 players left. We'll see you after the break in 15 minutes.
See you in 15, guys.
Welcome to another hour with the Tower, and we have had to go to Vegas for the next special guest because, regarded as the best online MTT player in history with 16.5 million lifetime total earnings, under the legendary nickname Moment One, which now means you know who it is, 5.9 million in lifetime earnings, holding 2 of the 3 Triple Crown. He's got a World Series bracelet and a WPT. He's 9th on the all-time money list in England, but that doesn't matter. Because for an hour with the Tower, it is the one and only Mr. Chris Moorman.
Thanks for having me on the podcast, Bill.
Oh, man, how you doing? How's Vegas?
Yeah, good. Like it's getting hot here actually. Oh, well, obviously it's summer, but actually it's not as hot as it normally is for the the World Series every summer. It's been quite chill. It's actually you can go outside and not sweat your balls off, so it's been nice.
How's lockdown been?
Yeah, not too bad actually. Like I was quite fortunate because just before it all went down, I was away. I was in England in the whole of January. I was playing a couple of live tournaments. I had an 8-at-8 tournament in Madrid. And I was playing a big tournament at Dusk Till Dawn as well. So I was away for the whole of January. And then just before it all kind of went down, I got back and I was in Vegas because obviously it would have sucked to being sort of away somewhere and not being able to get back home and being apart from my wife for like months. So, yeah, I was kind of lucky that, I was back home and at least I wasn't lonely. I had someone to hang out with. And, yeah, no complaints, really.
You've been in Vegas a couple of years, all right?
Yeah, like on and off. I kind of split my time between traveling the circuit still and and like staying here.
Brilliant stuff. We're going to start basically at the beginning because how did you learn? Where did you first start playing poker and when was it?
God, it feels like a lifetime ago now. Guess it was like I was at university at Essex University studying economics, not doing too hot. Like kind of failing. I was getting distracted. Like at the time, I was getting distracted by pool. I'd always played pool growing up, and then we at university, I joined the pool club. We had a pretty good team. We played in the national championships every year, and I guess this was it was up in Derby, I think, the national championships, and we'd gone to Derby, played that year. I think it was my first year at university. And on the way home, one of my friends saw in like the student newspaper about this free tournament on Victor Chandler Poker that all students could play. It was free to buy in, and the winner would get. I think the winner got the equivalent of about $500, but they also got a seat in this big live tournament in London. So me and my friends didn't even know the rules of poker at this point, but we decided, okay, we'll give it a spin. It's free to enter. It was on a Monday night, so there was not much going on campus that night. So me and my 4 flatmates went on Yahoo because it wasn't even Google back then. We went on Yahoo, printed out a set of rules, started playing amongst ourselves with like two pence coins, and just played the free roll every week. And first sort of 5 or 6 times did absolutely nothing kind of thing and lost every hand. And then I actually came second one week for like $120. Obviously, I was gutted to come second because I missed out on the live seat. But still, $120 was good money to me. I was a broke student. So now I had the dilemma of whether I cash out and sort of take my money and run or sort of play around with it and see what happened. And I was really 50-50. I kept asking everyone because I didn't want to be determined as a gambler kind of thing. And in the end, I just decided to sort of have fun with it. And it went from there, really.
You've turned into, obviously, the early days of poker, you've turned into the number one, an absolute phenom. We've looked back at your pocket fives. Do you know exactly or roughly how many online cashes you've got on pocket fives? There might even be more that's not been on there, but would you like to have a guess?
God, I don't know, like maybe 10,000. I don't know.
It's just 11,594. That's to date.
So that's a lot of poker, yeah. A lot.
That's a lot of poker. That's a lot of cashes, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cashes. Your first on there is fifth for 13,000 in July 2006. I'm not being funny. That's 14 years ago.
Yeah, that's not a bad first cash either, right?
where is it? Apart from the years, where have they gone? 13,000 as a first cash. Was it instantly? This is going to be bankroll, or are we just going to squander it?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny because I'd been playing poker for quite a long time at that point, and I was playing mainly cash games on the Victor Chandler site.
Yeah.
And it was the first. The site got shut down. It was I can't remember what the exact act it was called under, but it got shut down. And I only really played on that site at the time. It was quite a small site, but I knew everyone. I had like my all stats on everyone. I was just a cash game player, played a few tournaments on the side. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to move sites. But I was really reliant on my HUD back in the day, which is kind of funny because I don't really use it anymore. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I can't play on, you know, like the big sites at the time, Full Tilt and PokerStars on the cash games there without having all my database set up. And I didn't really know much how to, you know, do all that kind of stuff. So I had to wait for my friend at university to be free, and he had exams that week. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I haven't got, you know, can't take a week off poker. You know, I was addicted to it. So I was like, okay, I'll just dabble in a couple of these tournaments. I played like this Sunday online tournaments that I hadn't really played before on the sites, because I was like, okay, well, I don't need my database for this. And I played them, and I was like shocked at how much worse the players were in the tournaments and the cash games. And obviously I had that 13K score that day. I came fifth, I think, or something like that in the big Full Tilt Sunday tournament. And from there, I was kind of hooked on the tournaments. I really enjoyed just the different dynamics, different stages of the tournament. And before that, I'd just been playing cash game, kind of building my bankroll. I'd done pretty well, but the games were starting to get a bit stale because, you know, with cash games, you always feel like you have to keep moving up and up when you're doing well. And I didn't really want the swings of, you know, even if you're the best player in the world, you're playing big cash games, you're going to have crazy swings. So, yeah, I just got hooked on tournaments. And then even when I got my buddy to set it all back up, I tried to start playing cash games again, and it just wasn't the same. And yes, that's how I really started, really, because at that point I'd been playing cash for maybe over a year and been doing well. But obviously, cash and tournaments, there's different, you know, levels of. I was just going under the radar, kind of thing.
Did you multi-table? Was it mad? Did you have screens absolutely everywhere?
Oh yeah, I was one of the biggest multi-tablers. I was just like, you know, my philosophy was like, if you're not in it, you can't win it. But like, also I didn't really have a timeout and stuff. I was 99% of the decisions were like real quick for me. I was always been amazing at maths, like one of my strongest point. And so like I just would put different tournaments on, you know, I had like 2 screens, and I'd put them at different parts of the screen, which ones were important to me, which ones were getting deep. And so I just did it like that, and I played, you know, would pay more attention to the ones that were obviously deep in the tournament, and I would late register a lot of tournaments so that I just didn't miss the tournament, but I could still play and just come in a bit later when the blinds are bigger.
Yeah. So basically, it more or less gave you the impetus that this was the career and this was it. What were the parents like? What were the family like, or did you keep them under the radar for a year or two?
Well, yeah, kind of pretty funny. Maybe a year or 2 or 10 almost. No, no. Well, because what happened was I was playing at university and sort of going to less and less of my lectures, doing really well. At first, it was just sort of a bit of fun, and then I was making some serious money, and I was like, wow, maybe I can do this for a career. And then it almost got to the point where I had to do it for a career, because I basically had to drop out of university because I got so far behind. I tried to stop playing and, you know, catch up with my studies, do my dissertations, which is like 10,000 word document on your subject. But yeah, I just couldn't get past the first sentence, really. So I went into the I went into the like dean of the university and told him that I was gonna sort of leave my degree, and he was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" And I told him poker, and he kind of laughed in my face. And the only person I really told outside my friends was my sister, and was my younger sister, and I got her to because I had to confide in someone. And I knew my parents wouldn't you know, probably jump at the chance their son's going to be a gambler and play poker. But at this stage, I didn't even know if I could do it myself was, I'd had a few good months and stuff, but yeah, I didn't know if it was sustainable. So yeah, I just grinded, stayed at university. A couple of my friends were in a lower year than me, so I just stayed on the campus and played a lot of poker. Just took up all the information I could and got better and better, and paid off all my student loans. And then in the end, when at the end of my university, I I ended up making up that I passed my degree essentially, which, but I went for I basically said I got a third, which is the lowest pass possible. So they kind of believed me, my parents. But obviously I didn't have a degree to go and get a job. So I had to tell them, that I wanted to give poker a try, and they were very skeptical. But my dad gave me, he'd seen that I paid off all my student loans. So obviously they were happy about that I didn't have any debts and stuff, and I had some money in the bank. And he wrote down all the money I had in every poker site, had all my bank account details, everything. And he gave me 6 months to see how much, essentially I'd increased my bankroll in that 6 months to see if it was sustainable to live on and stuff. So that 6 months, at the time, I guess I was 20, 21 years old. And I was just all my friends are going out on a Friday night, and I was just I've got to stay in and play poker. I have to play every day to just, make sure I hit enough money where my dad's going to be impressed and let me do this as a career, not send me back to school kind of thing. So I really didn't want to go back. And yeah, luckily those 6 months went really well. I qualified for the my first ever World Series at that point, got smoked there. So that was a bad start because obviously, Vegas always gets you, do a bunch of money there. So then I had to grind it back even harder. And yeah, that 6 months went well, and just kind of went from there really. But it wasn't actually until my second book came out where I kind of said some of these stories and stuff that my parents didn't know. I never told them that I hadn't got my degree until 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, I had to break the news just before the book came out. But luckily, yeah, it all worked out in the end.
Your first few live tournaments, your first Ender Mob, 124th in the World Series 2K for 4,056. That was June 2008.
Right.
What was it like playing in Vegas for the first time? And how did you find it good at Vegas? Because obviously you played a lot online. So playing live to playing online, did you just have the complete contrast and thought this is just as easy as playing online?
No, far from it. And to be fair, that that's my first tournament cash, but I played quite a few tournaments before that.
Yeah, I'm not around with it anyway, to be honest.
We are back. Bobby, how do we bet on the players? We can't anymore. The book stopped at 12 o'clock, first hand of the session. So we don't bet in running. We only bet pre-game. It's open from 8 AM until 12. It's a 4-hour window slot, and unfortunately, you can't back the players from now. Back at 10:25. Is that what it said? Apologies about that. I don't know if PK stuck it on. Is that what it said?
Yeah, as I said, I'd gone to I think it was
10:25. Sorry about that. That's PK's fault. He's not put the time on. Apologies. We're back now. Back at 10:25. Hey, we're back. So we're back with Ali Malou in seat number 1. Ali Malou, 1,735,000. Will McMurray on 195. Majid Nadeem on 285. Ben Jones on 1.5 mil. Ben Jones! Come on, the Ben. He was actually my pick to be chip leader overnight. But we are back with the table. Gilly, 955. Francis Oberdon, 260,000. If that's correct, that's been a bad start for Francis. And Anthony Gardner, 1,280,000. He's here now. He's here.
Back.
Here he comes. So yeah, sorry about the wrong time on the players on the stream. PK didn't change it. We'll have to make sure he does for the next one. I'm guessing, or I'm hoping, the next break will be for the final.
Yep.
But
Well, we got 2 hours, so yeah, potentially Tower, potentially.
yeah, hoping so. Hoping the next break is for the final. Obviously, when we get to 10, I don't think we'll have a break, but we're ready to do it. The big winner so far, back in there he is in seat number 6. Does he want to sit in 6 or 5? Is Ben Jones, former GUKPT champion back in the day. So let's do it. Cards are out. Let's go.
Sorry, missed you.
So we are back. We is back, ladies and gentlemen, for the next session. What did we learn in the first session? Oh, I've got you a surprise.
Yeah.
I've got you a surprise. Don't say I don't look after you on Mother's Day. I've got you a surprise. We've got a full cup of hot chocolate.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much. Go off. Me. Got full cup of hot chocolate. See, I tell you what, suit your hat, son. Suit your hat. So yeah, sorry about the timing. Anybody who's thinking it's a 9-hour break, it's not.
Yeah, imagine that. I'd go home for a kip towel, I would.
How are we gonna watch this? We've got Gilly, we've got Anthony Garner, we've got Francis, we've got Ali Malou. This is the Table of Dreams, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Towel, and this is what you expect to see. Just unorthodox opens, Gilly straight away, under the gun, +1, 8-4, raises to 40.
Love it. Absolutely loving it.
Action on Ben in the big with the Queen 9 off. Who versus Gilly, we expect him to defend this one, getting 4.5 to 1 on a call. Gilly flops best, King 8-3, 2 heart board, middle pair for Gilly, and just going to come out firing, and that should be job done. Ben will let the Queen 9 go. King high board should be good for Gilly's perceived range. I know we can see that he had a lot more hands in there than most would from +1.
Ben Jones, you don't know Ben because
No,
Ben's
I
not been
don't.
on the scene for about 5 years. Plays a lot online. He's got about 5 million in earnings online. Won GUKPT Bolton back in 2012. Back in the day, that was when it was only a 500 in the middle. On the table, I don't think you'll know many of these names either. You won't know Dave Waring from Morecambe, Nigel Booth, Chris Hughes, Liam Hooks, Matt Aguera, Steve Holden.
The only one I know out of all them names is Ben Jackson.
And Ben Jackson.
That is literally the only one out.
Yep. Well, that was 2012.
I weren't even allowed to play in 2012
He
legally.
had a deep stack win in 2018 in Vegas for $200,000, and that is about it for, well, years, to be fair. So, well, good to have Ben Jones back at the tables.
Yeah.
He's cashed loads online, like I say, over 5 million in online earnings. He's a super lad, really nice for him to talk to as well.
Bit of a crusher. And we got an all-in in the call here. Francis is all in and has been called by Majid. Fairly similar in stack sizes here, Tower.
Yeah.
But I think Majid has Francis slightly covered.
Yeah, Ben's, I don't think it's Ben, is it? So Ben's not in the hand. 5s to Francis, King 9 for Majid. We got there in the end. And the 5s need to hold.
Yeah,
even more outs.
Yeah, Jack now working for
Backdoor clubs.
Wow.
Backdoor clubs.
An 8 now working as well. Double gutted. King 9, Jack 8, club. 2 too many outs.
Too many outs. Frank, sit back down. Francis, I keep going. Frank, sit back down, Francis.
And Francis doubles up. Yeah, it's one of the out of the two tables left, Jack. It's definitely the softer table. I like the fact that Ali, Gilly, and Francis are all on here. It's just great, and I'm really looking forward to this session. Seatbelts on.
95 in the seniors. 14 in the main event. 14. Good to see Anthony Gardner running so deep. So I'm guessing you've recovered from your Friday night antics, Jack. What do we do on a Sunday in San Diego?
Pass. All in.
Majid splashes his 45k in the middle with the ace-8. You've got a hand.
Yeah, well, ace-8, two big blinds, folded you in the cut-off. You don't mind this at all. It's out. And that Francis asks for a count and looks like he wants to call the two bigs. And Gilly probably going to do the same with a Jack-8, getting this prize, 5-1 in the call, and potential to bust a player and ladder a spot.
So folding 2 spots. Majid could treble to 155.
Well, he's in really good shape here, Tower. He's got both players beat at the moment, and still on that flop.
Yeah, still in front. And now the 2 of clubs, so still in front as well.
Yeah, it's just fading Jack 10 or 8.
Checked all the way down.
Yeah, it's a 6, so Majid back in it.
We're going to treble.
And more than treble, Tower.
There you go, back up to 155 with the blinds at 20. Online sesh after more sleep was rough as a dog yesterday. You know how to party, Jack. The Sunday grind is on, no matter where you are. Hiya, Dennis. The password free roll. The password for the free roll hasn't been given out yet because the free roll doesn't start until 8. But we'll give it out very shortly and we'll stick it into the commands for the free roll. £110 token for the closer tomorrow as a winner.
Raise 45,000. Pass. Pass. Pass.
Raise and take from Ben with a 4-5 of hearts. Gets that one through.
Dennis, somebody is already in because they guessed it. If you want to have a guess, Dennis, you can. It's normally related to where we are. It's normally related to what we're doing. So if you want to have a guess, you can. I actually don't know the password, but I would have a guess at something like GUKPT BNR or Manchester GUKPT or something like that. But we'll get that password soon. We'll stick it in the commands, but there's a long time before. They've changed it to 8 o'clock for some reason, but we'll get it changed back to 6. Because I want to be involved. I want to play these things.
Pass. Pass.
8 o'clock, we'll be in the depths of the final.
Pass. Pass.
Here comes Gilly, Queen 8 on the button. Raises to 55. 3.75x open. Veering towards the 4x remit. Ali Malouk in the big blind, 6 deuce off, probably just going to hit the mark, especially versus this sizing. Just going to have to let this one go.
Pass. Raise 45,000. Pass.
Race to 45,000 is Ben. Start of the day. There's a long shot. Got himself quite a few bets on the stream.
Gilly's not folding a pair here. Tower
Absolutely
probably
not.
happy to just peel the freeze. Which is probably going to be a clear call for us with position on the opener. Pulls the 45 and Anthony King 6 off should be hitting the mark on the button. Ali Malouk, Queen 8 in the small, in the bin, and Will not going to be defending the 10-4 off. This has to be a fold from him.
Yeah, Will looks down and he just can't get going, can he, Will? Unfortunately. So he heads up to the flop. Ben Jones in 6. Gilbert Black in seat number 8. Ace 3, Jack 2 clubs.
It's a middle pair here for Ben, bottom set for Gilly. This is a nice check candidate here for Ben out of position here on Ace Jack 3. These middle pairs become nice check hands. Obviously in terms of range, this is a board that Gilly probably expects us to start firing. We're going to have the strong Ace X, Ace King, Ace Queen after being the opener here. But we're happy to check call here with middle pair as Ben, I'm assuming, especially with Gilly firing, aggressive opponent, can have a whole host of hands here. 65k into 140 from Gilly, so opting for 40% pot here on the flop. And expect Ben to just call and see a turn tower. Can't do anything else here. We're never raising, we're never folding. Just happy to check call and take a turn out of position, which is the 7 of spades.
Check.
So lovely turn here for Gilly, shouldn't really change much. Does bring in a backdoor flush draw, so may choose to size up now on this turn. And then I think this is when we're going to see Ben relinquish his hand.
145,000.
So 145, the sizing choice into 270. So just north of half. And Jack 10 of hearts here for Ben. I think he will wait for a better spot. Have to call flop, but now faced with this double barrel here. I think with this particular holding, just going to see him get out of the way, tower. Although he may be thinking how active Gilly is and how much he's capable of firing here. So it looks like he is happy to call once more, and I'm guessing this is down to the opponent in question. Gilly, very tricky customer, can have a whole host of hands in any given spot, and maybe Ben thinks that this Jack 10, happy to call twice here because maybe he thinks Gilly's going to be giving up a lot of the time on rivers with his bluffs. Maybe he thinks that Gilly's not going to be free barreling as a bluff here too often, and Gilly shoves here for 675 into 525. So goes with a 1.2, 1.3x pot. River shove here with the pocket freeze. And Ben here with a Jack 10 of hearts. Be surprised if he called. Like if we slow played like an Ace King with the King of Clubs, I think this is the hand we would be calling. But with this particular Jack 10, I'd be very surprised if we saw Ben make the call, especially on the table he's at. This is something else you need to take into account as well in tournaments. We're probably on the better table of the two, and we're going to find better spots to make our chips here. We don't need to make a dubious call, hero call here versus Gilly when we're going to get more spots arising throughout the day. And that's also something important to note in spots, the table you're at. If you think you're the best player there, then you want to really lower the variance, and then eventually comes to the correct decision. Gilly's set, not getting any action.
Chris Norfolk. Jen Bizzle, yeah, that's his online name. I think it used to be like Jen Bones, didn't it? Back in the early days. So Jen Bizzle. And Jack says it doesn't always overbet Shove River, but when you do it's after a half the turn on a double
Flush draw board.
Sleep well, Jack,
Yeah.
and good luck on the Sunday grind when you eventually wake up.
Yeah, have a good kip, Jack. Sure we'll see you soon.
We'll still be here if you want to flick it on. The payouts are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Fishing Bud. Woody at the break was on 420, I do believe.
Were they in there?
No.
No.
I don't think they were in there. No, they were the beginning, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, 42
No,
quid.
there we go,
Yeah, there
yeah.
we go. 450. That's the chip counts at the break. He was on 455. Majid on 285, obviously. Alex 285. Francis had a bad session. He was on 260. Will McMurray struggling on 195. Just can't find a hand. In the top three, Ali Malou, Ben Jones, and Anthony Gardner. Chris was on 455.
Raise and take for Francis. Chooses to open the ace-3 off under the gun +1 and gets it through. I'd love to see Francis, Gillian, Ali all on the final table tower, and I think it could be one of the best watches that we've had in a long time from FT.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
Buy-in for this was 1250, 1100 plus 150, and up top is £141,000.
Fishing Bud can't see when he's watching on his phone. Yeah, 141. We'll try and get it onto a screenshot. See if we can get it onto a screenshot when we get to the final.
Ali.
Well,
Just 3 bets to 1 million.
anybody else got that in the remit?
I
No?
make
What book
I make it 40k. I make it 1 million. Ali Malou, the old 25x 25x 3 bet there from Ali Malou. Love to see it. Put that in the
Hey.
solver.
Solve that one.
I love watching Ali play tower. He is a joy to watch.
Oh my days. And then very next hand he can get a really good hand and just min click, you know.
I think it's like you'd say, like no one's ever not got it in that spot. But Ali yesterday, he done the exact same thing. Someone opened to like 10k, and he just free bet to 240k with Queen 4, and it's like he's actually more balanced than you think in those spots. That's
Yeah.
the crazy thing about it. But he's great to watch and always mixing it up. Ali Malou, GUKPT legend, 2 titles to his name. Winning, was it Manchester? Did he win in Manchester?
And Reading.
Yeah, I remember. Do you know who was on that final table?
You.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You indeed, I've seen.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. And I'm not being funny, when you scroll down the first places for Ali Malou on the database, you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling
wow.
and you're still scrolling.
Yeah, he's got so many victories, so many closeouts from Mr. Malou. How are we doing, Donna? Dark Angel in the chat. Afternoon, Tower, Jay and chat.
Afternoon, Donna.
Gilly under the gun makes it 55, working with the 3.75x hit. And Anthony making the call with 8s plus 1. That's going to bring Ben along with the suited wheel ace in the small, and Francis here with the king three of spades in the big blind. If I know Francis, he's not letting this one go. Will definitely be defending. And we've got four-way action here with potential for some action with these hands. All right, king 8 brick 2 diamond board is the dream for the viewers.
Here's 10-5.
Yeah, rainbow board. So the ace 5 of Ben hops out into the lead. However, Gilly here might choose to continue with his Broadway draw as the aggressor. But checks this one behind. Another ace on the turn. So that's a boat for Ben, and checks once more. Anthony now with the 8s, checking behind. Won't want to see an 8 on the river. It is the 3 of clubs, so Ben's just never getting action from anyone here. Anthony maybe some of the time. Well, Ben checks once more. Well, there it is. He does get action. He gets a bet from Francis, and Gilly snap calls with king high, and Ben is licking his lips at this. What a check from Ben.
Wow.
To be honest, actually, now I think about it, like with Francis and Gilly, sometimes these two will just take a random stab, and now Ben's going to bump it up. Just praying that Francis has like a 4-2 suited or something, tower or pocket threes, something along those lines. Man of Straw says, Francis looked familiar. Did he win WSOP event a few years ago? No, he was on the final table. I think it was the grand final, but he was on the final table. I'll check for you, Man of Straw. I know he final tabled at GUKPT recently, Francis. You also may have seen him in the winner's picture from the deep stack in Birmingham.
Yes. So going back to the one that Ali Malou won in Reading, who knocked you out? Did you get Malou?
No, I Ashley Hunt open button. I shoved king 5 of diamonds, I believe, or king 5 suited. I'm not sure if it was of diamonds. Ash 4-handed for like 20 bigs. Ashley called with ace jack.
Right.
King in the window, ace next door to it. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ashley Hunt knocked me out on that one. But the hand before Barry Cobb wrecked my soul with ace king. A few hands before that, I remember. Remember that final table pretty well. Andy Hills was on that as well. He was on the end of a Malou free bet. I remember Andy opened Malou just free bet chunks with the king 9. Andy got it in with jacks and Malou got there. But that was a good 5 years ago. Memory's still serving me well. Yeah, so Francis final tabled Luton. That was it. Final table for Luton last year. That's where you may recognise him from if you're a regular viewer on the stream. As Will McMurray gets it in with the jacks for his last 7 big blinds here in the hijack. And Will, if you know Will, he is tighter than most and won't put his chips in too lightly. And Ben here makes a good fold with the ace 9. Aware of that, aware of the capabilities of Will and how he may be a little bit more on the tighter side. And Francis makes a good laydown as well with the same hand. And Gilly not calling with 7 high here. Don't want to be doubling Will McMurray up. And the other thing as well, you do not want to put a bad beat on Will with the 7-6 when he's got jacks.
It's only 125. He's got a mill in front of him.
Mark Davis back on the decking, fellas. God help my liver.
Well, it's the final day of live streaming. Take tomorrow off. Take tomorrow off. So, oh, Malou's cold. Malou's cold.
What has Malou got though?
Don't know. Really, really don't know. We'll soon find out when the cards go over on the backs. Jack, Queen. Oh, he did the Queen as well. Oh my days, are we going to hear a story? Because there's only one Jack left.
Yeah, Jack of Hearts needed, and only the Jack of Hearts. That changes nothing. You do pick up a flush draw, but Will just still with the same out. Going to need the case Jack to survive. Will McMurray out the door. 10 of diamonds on the river. We lose Will in 14th place. Cashing for 5,600.
He got Malooed. And Ali Malou up to 2 million.
What you going to do when Malou comes for you?
What you going to do when Malou comes for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you going to do when Malou comes for you? Oh dear.
13 remain. A6 of clubs for the Malusta. Just limps him.
He did it yesterday with the Queen 4. It just was a min click to 28,000 and a call, and Ali Lou makes it 240,000.
Yeah, with Queen 4.
With Queen 4 of spades.
Yeah, 10x free bet from Malou yesterday with the Queen 4.
And showed everybody.
Yeah, don't go anywhere, Dave. This is going to be a good watch this
if
session.
If Elmuth can do it, so can Malou.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good watch this session. I'm really looking forward to it as we see the King 5-5 rainbow board after the Malou limping in, Francis limping button, and Anthony checking his option with the ace-4 of hearts. And the ace on the turn, so going to be chopping this now between Ali and Anthony. Although Francis has turned the spade draw. And Queen of clubs on the river, so they will chop this up. Malou and Anthony Gardner. Might see Anthony lead here now, tower, after it's checked through twice. Might try and get some value from some potential rivered Queen X. Might choose a small size in here, like third pot, something around 30k, what you'd like to see. And looks like that's exactly what he's gone for. Well, 25, even smaller. 5k less, 45, my mistake. And Malou calls, and they're going to chop this one up.
Unlucky to Will, Mr. Will McMurray. First event back for Will. I think it's first time this year, isn't it, for Will McMurray? Out in 14th, so we're down to 13. So well done to Will, great effort, £5,650. Tim Chung is still in, he's on the outer table. He was on our feature table to start with.
Yeah, Squab says, hey Tara and Jay, hope you guys are well. Who's a 20 chip leader? Guessing it's someone on this table. Yes, Ali Malou.
Seat 1.
Oh, Majid's all in with a 10-7, he's going to get called.
Oh, he's not getting Malou, is he?
No, he's getting a bend with the jacks.
Yes, Ben has got the jacks.
And Ben here versus this shove from Majid, like what is it, 3.75x, just sub 4 big blinds. Probably might make this 10 bigs tower, something like that. Could potentially see him just make it 200k with the jacks. It looks like 300 instead, so he's chose a bigger size.
205 actually.
Okay, yep, 205, thanks to Art.
All in a call. I just said all in a call on the outer table as well. All in and a call on the outer table as Majid is all in. So if anything happens on the outer table, we'll let you know, because we've just heard all in and a call on the outer table, as well as Majid all in with 75,000. Jacks for Ben.
Yeah, so Majid going to need some help here, tower. 10% equity pre-flop, you don't see that too often. Going to win this one. 1 in 10 times. Can he find some help? Oh, well, there's a little bit of help there.
That is.
8 or 3 would do the trick now.
8, 3, running 7, running 10. Now down to an 8 or a 3.
So 8 or a 3 needed. And it's the
not.
king of spades. So we lose Majid, Nadeem, Ben busts in with the jacks, and we're going to go straight over to the outer table.
Whoa.
Because Tim Chung is all in here with the king 10, and he's run into the queens of Woody. So Tim is at risk here with the king 10 all in pre. Woody with the ladies could be losing 2 players in a minute. Well, there's a 10 there, so has picked up 2 additional outs. Can find a 10 as well as a king now for Tim. Story remains the same for the river. And it's the queen of diamonds. So we lose Tim Chung from the tournament as well.
Just like that.
Majid and Tim busting. Majid in 13th, Tim in 12th. And just like that, we are down to 11 players. Good run yet again from Tim. Down to 11.
We're on 11. So, Stanley, they've done it again. Is Tim Chung still in? Next clip we play, Tim Chung's out. What is this on the in the chat box? What is this all about? We did it yesterday. And then now Francis is all in. Wowzers.
Yeah, this is optimistic, to say the least, Tower. But I know Francis, he plays his own game. He's happy with his style and his strategy, but just ripping ace-4 there for 18 bigs, maybe a little bit too many. Ace-4 off, maybe ace-4 suited, better to rip.
Yeah.
But still takes it down nonetheless. He has a short stack at the table, and we are now 5-handed.
We are. Amazing. Nice jinx from Stanley, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm usually the bock, ain't I? Oh, he's going to double up. Oh, it's an ace on the river. That's usually what happens. There's Ali Malou 3xing it here with the ace-9 on the button, and just going to be raise and take for the Malousta. Penny Smith supplying us with all the jokes as usual.
Oh, we got the one-liner from Penny.
The tongue twister champion has been arrested and convicted. He's expecting a tough sentence.
Love it.
How are we doing, Jason? Jason Shellham in the chat.
Hey, let me tell you, another £6 or £7 off Jason Sheldon body. Turn sideways, you'll soon miss him. Keep it going, Jason. Well done. So Malou in seat number 1, going along very nicely.
Francis completing here, and Gilly should shove here, Tower. Yeah, nice from Gilly taking the spot with the pair after the complete, working with 17 bigs effective off Francis stack, and Gilly back up over the million mark. It's 9-handed final table, Steve Tools. When we get to 10 tables on day 2, so the final 80, we go 8-handed. But then when we do get down to the final 9, it is a 9-handed final table. That's okay, Mum. She woke up this morning, she goes, you know, it's Mother's Day. I go, oh, I totally forgot, didn't I? She's just got her delivery now.
Yes, good on you, you. You get softy. Oh, love it. Love it. I didn't see you disappear, to be fair, to get them delivered. Well done. Bless you.
Yeah, we'll throw it up for you after this hand, Bobby. Gilly opening.
Yep.
The King Jack. There we go. There were the odds at the start of the
There
day.
are the odds. Tim Chung was favourite. Tim Chung has just been eliminated. Ben Jones was 7th. I think he was about 14th when it started. Francis Oberdon is a bit of a short stack now. He was in there. Ali Malou, 8-1. Anthony Gone, 10s. Woody, 12s. Gilbert, 12s. Trev Reardon, 12s. They're all still in.
What about Alex at the bottom on 50-1?
Yes.
Alex
did he have a
Montgomery.
5 on himself?
Did anyone get on Alex at 50s?
Well, £40 on Ali and £10 on Alex, says Owen Harrop on Facebook.
Oh, it's looking good.
Nice. Get them 2 heads up, you can't lose.
Ben, pocket 10s.
Raised to 45k.
Oh, something's happening. It's great when you see the other table, isn't it? And they all start standing up. Oh, and Gilly's going over for a watch as well. So something's definitely happening. But we can see Ben raising to 45,000 with the 10s. Anthony Gardner has got 1.1 million. Probably raising it up. So Anthony just caught. Has he just called a 35? Just surprised at that.
It's fine, Tower. I know we're short-handed here now, but I think Anthony's more conservative and happy to go post. So happy to just flat the ace-jack suited in the small here.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's definitely an option. We can free bet as well, especially with the flat from Francis in. Francis is just going to shove all his strong hands, so we think that's a dead call there. So it's only really Ben we're worried about. But Anthony just happy to see a flop.
9-9 flop, 9-4-3. Ali Malou got the up and down straight draw.
Check. Check.
And Ben just going to be firing here, Tower, and should size up as well. 4-way here on a 9-4-3. Could go even close to half, potentially. Actually, it goes more than half. I think that's 120, so 60% from Ben. Like the sizing choice, knowing that he has to size up larger when we go multi-way in this scenario on this board with the 10s.
Ali's not folding the up and downer.
Ali's not calling the 5 deuce to let it go on the 4-3 board.
The King of Hearts on the turn.
It shouldn't really change too much. We should still be ahead if we're ahead on the flop as Ben, unless Ali's turn a hand like King 9, King 4 or King 3, as well as King X of clubs would also complete here on the turn. But then there's so many hands that we're just still ahead of as Ben, the 9X, the 4X, the 3X, up and downs, 5, 6, 5 deuce, as well as the club draws. So 3 of diamonds on the turn. And once Ali checks here, I'm probably going to value bet here as Ben to try and target a 9 specifically. We can see that Ali's not going to be calling with his holding, but Ben won't know what Ali's got, and I'd probably somewhere around third try and get a hero from a 9, something like 150 perhaps, 140, 150 from Ben. Really try and eke out that value versus a 9 that Ali can definitely have in the big blind. Expecting to probably start leading if he had a 3.
Should be a snap call from Ali when this bet comes in.
Snap fold.
Same thing. I know it was a snap fold.
Yeah, love the sizing once again from Ben. Seems like his sizing's on point. He really thinks it through. And it's a big part of the game as well, the sizing choices that you make.
Yep. Every time the camera is on seats 5 to 9, you can see Alex Montgomery sat in C1 on the second table.
Well, we're going to the second table because Woody is all in tower.
Is that the boots?
It is the boots.
Oh, wow.
He's ran ace king
Oh, my
suited
days, look
into
at that.
aces.
What a cooler. What a cooler. We need backdoor spades,
Yep.
a 10 or a jack for a sweat.
Oh, so
Oi.
we have a direct out now. Can survive with a jack, but it's a deuce of a diamond. And it was John with the aces there. So Woody getting cooler pre-flop ace king suited versus aces in a six-handed situation.
Yeah,
that's pretty gross for him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just checking the stacks.
And John
over 600,000.
Just clarifying, and he does have him covered.
Yeah.
So we are going to lose Woody. And we're going to head back to the featured table.
Has he got him? Looks like he's got him.
Yeah,
Has he got
just
him?
got him.
He has, yeah, he's got him. Chris Wood out in 11th place for £7,350. Well done, Woody.
Which means
great effort.
Final table bubble.
This is now a 10-handed competition. Francis, one of our short stacks. Ben Jones is one of the big chipped up players today. Ali Malou in seat number 1. Anthony Gardner's chipped up, and Gilly has also kept his stack around the mill ball. Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it, when you're looking down. I know he's just had the queens, but then gets the ace king suited.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's six-handed ace king suited versus aces. It's just a setup, and it's part of the game. And sometimes you just got to get on with it. Great run from Woody. I'm sure once he reflects on the tournament, he will be happy with the result. Finishing 11th out of 526 players is a great run. As we're back to the featured now. There's Ali with the 8-9 on the button.
Ali on the button.
Ali Malou.
Two-time champion on a GUKPT. Final tables galore. Raising it up.
Makes it 50.
So you don't always 8x.
And 9-5 of diamonds here for Francis in the big blind. Getting just over 3 to 1 on the call. Happy to call here.
Well, if this comes 9-9, there's going to be a bit of trouble.
Yeah, well, potentially.
8, 8, 10. So Ali is just about a lock on this hand completely.
Yeah, and puts a little sneaky check in behind. Oh, and Francis
flush draws about.
Yeah, he's picked up a flush draw here.
Any flush draws about.
And just moves all in.
Whoa, he's flushing. Ali's snap calling this with a trip 8s. He shows him the 8s, and now we need a diamond, or we're on a final table.
And Ali Malou's going to be up over 2
We need a diamond,
million.
or Francis is out the door.
One card to come. Francis, one of the chip leaders to start the day, is at risk.
Get it out. Francis is there.
Needs a diamond, and not one that pairs the board.
Oh, it's a 10, he's paired the ball. Oh, I saw the diamond, he's a 10, he sat back down as well, same as me. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, fist bumps, everybody, it's the wrong diamond dealer. Oh,
that was quick.
Well, we've just gone, if you've just nipped out for a coffee, you've literally just watched, you've missed Majid, Tim, Chris and Francis being eliminated, literally, like that.
And the final table is going to start at 5 to 4, guys, so we will be back at 3:55.
25-minute break?
25-minute break.
Is it 25-minute break?
25.
I thought it was less. Well, 25 minutes. We will see you at 3:55, and we're going to need to restart on YouTube so you can watch the whole final without interruption.
That's a good idea.
When we come back, you'll need to restart on YouTube. Everybody else, just leave the pictures on. The clock will be on, and you'll be able to watch it. But we're going to get a redraw. We're going to get a full chip count. We're going to take the pictures of everybody around the table, and then we'll be back with the final. Just like that, we just lost Tim, Chris and Francis in the space of 5 minutes, which means we're down to 9. Full redraw, full chip counts, and back at 3:55 GMT. See you then.
See you then, guys.
Maybe the 2007 World Series, or maybe it was 2006, which was the one that Jamie Gold won. It was that one. It was
Yeah, 2000. That was 2006.
Okay, so I played that one, and obviously you just said that my first cash was in 2008, so I'd obviously played a few tournaments in between as well. But I was sticking, mainly I stuck